Hello students, today we will talk about the brief biography of Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf was born into a privileged English household in 1882. She was raised by free-thinking parents. She began writing as a young girl and published her first novel, The Voice, out in 1915. She wrote modernist classics including Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, and Orlando, as well as pioneer feminist works, A Room of One Owns and Three Guineas. In her personal life, she suffered bouts of deep depression and she committed suicide in 1941 at the age of 59. In her early life, Virginia Stephen was raised in a remarkable household. Her father, Sir Lacy Stephen, was a historian and author, as well as one of the most prominent figures in the golden age of mountaineering. Woolf's mother, Julia Princeton Stephen, had been born in India and later served as a model of several pre-Raphaelite painters. She was also a nurse and wrote a book on the profession. Both of her parents had been married and widowed before marrying each other. Woolf had 3 full siblings and 4 half siblings. 2 of Woolf's brothers had been educated at Cambridge, but all the girls were taught at home and utilized the splendid confines of the family's lush Victorian library. Moreover, Woolf's parents were extremely well connected both socially and artistically. Her father was a friend of William Thackeray, the father of his first wife, who died unexpectedly, and George Henry Lewes, as well as many other noted thinkers. Her mother's aunt was the famous 19th century photographer Julia Margaret Cameron. From time of her birth until 1859, Woolf spent her summers in St. Ives, a beach town at the very southwestern tip of England. The Stephens' summer home, Talent House, which is still standing today, looks out at the dramatic Prometheuscal Bay and has a view of the lighthouse, which inspired her writing. In her later memoirs, Woolf recalls St. Steve's with a great fondness. In fact, she incorporated scenes from those early summers into her modernistic novel To the Lighthouse. As a young girl, Virginia was curious, light-hearted, and playful. She started a family newspaper, the Hyde Park Gate News, to document her family's humorous anecdotes. However, early traumas darkened her childhood, including being sexually abused by her half-brothers, which she wrote about in her essay A Sketch of the Past and 22 Hyde Park Gate. In 1895, at the age of 13, she also had to cope with the sudden death of her mother from rheumatic fever, which led to her first mental breakdown, and loss of her half-sister Stella, who had become the head of the household 2 years later. While dealing with her personal losses, Woolf continued her studies in German, Greek, and Latin at the Ladies' Department of King's College, London. Her 4 years of study introduced her to a handful of radical feminists at the helm of educational reforms. In 1904, her father died from stomach cancer. which contributed to another emotional setback that led to Woolf being institutionalized for a brief period. Virginia Woolf's dance between literary expression and personal resolution would continue for the rest of her life. In 1905, she began writing professionally as a contributor for the Times literary supplements. A year later, Woolf's 26-year-old brother, Thoby, died from typhoid fever after a family trip to Greece. After their father's death, Woolf's sisters and brother sold the family house in Hyde Park Gate and purchased a house in a Bloomsbury area of London. During this period, Virginia met several members of Bloomsbury Group, a circle of intellectuals and artists, including the art critic Clive Bell, who married Virginia's sister Vanessa, the novelist E.M. Forster, the painter Duncan Grant, the biographer and economics and essayist, and others. The group became famous in 1910 for Dreadnought Hawks, a practical joke in which members of the group dressed up as a delegation of Ethiopian royals, including Virginia disguised as a bearded man, and successfully persuaded the English Royal Navy to show them their warship, the HMS Dreadnought. After the Outrage Act, Leonard Woolf and Virginia became closer, and eventually they were married on August 10, 1912. The two shared a passionate love for one another for the rest of their lives. This is what we talk about a brief biography of Virginia Woolf. In the next lecture, we will talk about the literary works of Virginia Woolf.